Well, hello and welcome back to another episode of Cities with John. I am This Old Gamer and I'm thrilled to have you along for the ride today. And I'm thrilled it is 2021. Happy New Year to everybody out there, all my adoring fans, all four of them, and all my subscribers. Hey, we broke the 200 mark in 2020. Can we get to 250 in 2021? The question remains. I hope you had a good Christmas and a good holiday season. We had a lot of fun. Yes, the Lego tradition continues in the Harper household. Every Christmas, a Lego set is purchased. Hope you had a good holiday season. Stick around, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're building an arena! See you soon.
This Old Gamer is paid for by contributions by viewers like you. And by...
Be enlightened at the Sloop John Island Cantor Art Center. My great-grandfather, William Cantor, established this art center right before he passed of an unknown plague. We still don't know. And for a limited time, you can visit this art center for only $99 per family member. What a value. Will you choose to be enlightened like my great-grandfather, William Cantor? Come visit his art center today.
Well, that William Cantor III is kind of a downer, but this show will not be a downer. I am super excited to build this arena, which is going to be a big center point in downtown. Been planning this one out for a while, but to give a little bit of a recap, here is the general area that we are going to be building the arena. As you can see on this Old Gamer Telestrator, we're going to eliminate this road. This little miniature grid here is basically going to go away. We're going to have a curved road here around the arena. We're also going to widen this loop, which connects over to the interstate. It's kind of like a bypass. We're also going to build right here. We're going to extend the quay over, and it's going to kind of connect with the side of the canal wall. And then once we're done with that, we'll build lots of buildings all around, kind of along these lines. Those are buildings, if you can't tell. I don't know what this team is going to be called. I haven't really decided that, so for now we'll just put yay team. How about that? Yeah, that looks good. So the arena. I'm going to be using today Luminou's La Paris Arena. I can't barely do a British accent. I'm not going to attempt to do a French accent. This is a beautiful, beautiful asset. Probably one of the best assets on all of the workshop, in my opinion. There, I said it. It is my favorite asset on the workshop by far. I've had it in the holster for quite some time. This is a beautiful arena, which is actually a real arena that opened in Paris in 2017, I believe. It is a massive indoor arena and serves as a rugby stadium for a rugby team in France, but also is used for concerts and different venues. It actually seats up to 40,000 for a concert. That is massive for an arena style venue. And I am non-advanced user again.
Non-advanced user. By non-advanced user. By non-advanced user.
I'd like to think I am an advanced user, but Netpicker thinks otherwise. We've already extended this loop, and we have a, she invited all her friends for the Stop the Arena protest. Yeah, that's what happens. So what we're going to do, first off, you probably noticed, I elevated this arena up. So we have this weird glitching going on with the terraforming since there's some roads right next to it. We've connected the roads around the arena coming right off of that loop. And So that's caused, the roads have caused this weird terraforming that you see there against that little concrete, the little ridges. So what we're going to do is we are taking these buildings and we are basically doing lots of procedure object buildings. This will allow a facade of sorts to appear like there's buildings connected with the arena but underneath the arena. These will serve as like the outside portions of suites. There's going to be bars and things like that that are all connected on the inside. You can go up into the arena from these establishments, and yeah, I think it'll look really cool. We've put in a Dunkin' Donuts. We have a couple of different restaurants that we are going to name later, except Taco Bell. It's already named Taco Bell. And I have also put a pathway, an invisible path along the outside of the arena, so people will be able to walk along there, and hopefully we'll have some Sims walking along those pathways before too long. So there's going to be a few jump cuts here or there in this video as I was making this. A ton of extra work had to go into doing these procedure object buildings. They are not necessarily difficult to do, but they are a little bit time consuming. Keep in mind, when you turn a building to procedure objects, it has no functionality. So these are literally just shells of buildings, and as much as they work for this build and look good, people will not use them. They have absolutely no functionality, but that's okay. So yeah, I wanted to kind of give this set a different look, this arena a different look, this setup, I guess I'm trying to say. So that's why I chose to elevate it and put these buildings along it. Now, a lot of these buildings are just very simplistic buildings. I think these particular ones with the blue windows are actually from the Modern City DLC pack. But they work really well, except for when you drag the top of the buildings down into the ground to hide them, which I guess in retrospect I could have put them inside the arena or dragged them another direction, but they put little bars. You can kind of see these little brown bars down there next to the entrances, but don't worry, we're going to hide those using prop doors and prop walls. There's going to be lots and lots of props all around this arena to make it appear like it's one solid wall. I don't want it to look like there's just a bunch of businesses underneath a surface, which it does look like right now. So we'll be changing that momentarily. This is one of my most ambitious builds thus far, and it took a long time. As you can see, these props that we're using here took a very long time to make, but the end result is rather awesome in my opinion. I'm a big arena fan. My buddy Chris would be making fun of me for saying this. I've just always been fascinated with the architecture of stadiums and arenas. You know, to put that many people in one building for one purpose of enjoying a certain concert or whatever, you really got to feel for places like that during a pandemic. However, you know, better days are ahead, right? It's 2021. So yeah, in my hometown of Louisville, Kentucky, we have the Yum Center, which is a beautiful facility, home of the Louisville Cardinal basketball team, and the home of several great concerts. I have seen Roger Waters there, Elton John there, Weezer, lots of good bands there. We already have a medical emergency. Oh, okay. See you later. So, as you can see, we've got people already using the surface, so that's good. We'll have to do a little tweaking as it looks like they're kind of fading in and out of the doors there. We used a ploppable concrete surface around the edge to kind of give it a squared off look. And now here's the wall I'm using. This is part of the Monaco set of props and all that good stuff. Part of the Monaco casino set. we're just using this wall to basically, again, make a solid look all the way around it. And one thing that I did have to go back and adjust multiple times is how far this wall stuck out, how far the surfaces stuck out, how far the buildings stuck out. Over and over. It was rinse and repeat, trial and error. But we eventually got there, and it looks really good, I think. This is in the heart of downtown, right on the corner of... Oh, hey, honey.
You need to build some stairs.
All right, so we're going to build some stairs. See, that's my competitive advantage as a YouTuber. I have my wife to give me pointers, tell me what to do along the way.
She has to do that in everything. She tells him what to do all the time.
So here we are using some procedure object stairs, just kind of putting them on this corner. And yeah, this will serve for a easy way to go up and down if you don't want to go into the buildings or cross the many cross paths that we're going to build with this. It's going to take you across the roads. That was probably the easiest set of stairs I have ever done. It's usually not that easy, but these are just perfect for this corner here, so that works out well. So here we're just extending the path, so you can see this is connecting to that invisible pathway. There you can see the node that is connected to that invisible path. This is going to be the main entrance, so we're just going to take this pathway, go down on both sides just like that. And then we're going to add some staircases to this so it looks a little bit more realistic. And we'll use this staircase right here. Now I'm just going to keep it as a prop. These are good because you can just lower and raise them as long as they fit, and they're actually made for the standard size pathway here. And let's see. So then what we can do is, so we'll kind of duplicate this where it'll be the right height, although that does not look the same. Let's move this node out. So there you can see the people are going down those stairs. It looks somewhat realistic. Stairs are definitely something that's a hard thing to master. If you've watched my channel for a while, you've seen me struggle with staircases along the way. Yeah, I'm just starting to get them right. I guess I am a non-advanced user. So that works out good. Now we're going to actually turn this into an invisible pathway on this side of things. I'm going to make the one going over the road one of these elevated paths that has a little roof to it. We use that one, that's good. Now it has kind of a weird looking, once you turn that invisible like that, it has that weird looking opening there. So we're going to fix that. First we're going to take one of these step props and turn it into a procedure object. This will make our little platform to connect the stairs. Oh, I hate when I do that. Alright, so we'll kind of expand it like that. Good. That'll work. Move it over just a tad. Ah, yes. Lots of little tweaking with these invisible pathways and stairs and all that. And then what we're going to do is we'll take these like LED signs, turn them to procedure objects, make them really small, and they'll kind of serve as kind of like end caps to the overpass here. Just like that. And then we'll do the same thing over here. Just like this. I think. Yeah, that works. So that kind of covers up that weird look. And then we need to just put some decals down here. The good thing about this is once we get this all set up, with the exception of the pathway, which we'll make a new one for each one, we can just copy and paste this setup, and we don't have to redo this same thing over and over. Using Move It, we'll just copy and paste, and that will give us the look that we're going for. There's going to be lots of overpasses here because we want people to get across the street. That'll tie into something that we're going to do a little bit down the road. No pun intended. We're going to have kind of like bus routes down here. So one thing I have not implemented so far is the bus routes downtown. We'll do that soon. Here it is on the other side of the arena. This is the south side of the arena. This is another example of one of these pedestrian pathways across the road. Now this time, however, we're using these escalators for people who don't want to walk upstairs. I mean, who really wants to walk upstairs? And we'll just kind of bring this in. Same philosophy. Now it's not going to work exactly the same. The heights won't exactly line up, but it does work for this circumstance. We'll lower that down, move these out. There we go. That's a pretty good angle. Turn to invisible pass. There you go. You got it. Very easy to do overall. I'm just going to come over here. We'll grab these little end cap LED signs. That's what I choose to call them. Place them down. Bless you. Oh, live recording. Can't beat it, folks. Is this where the Hare Krishna convention is? Okay. So this is a little bit of a guardrail I'm putting up. I was going to put a bunch of the bollards, but instead I'm just using this guardrail. It's actually a highway guardrail. There's going to be a lot of foot traffic along here. A lot of people walking up and down, standing around, trying to get into the arena. So we want it to be safe. We don't want any sort of mishaps like we had on the tram line over in the Acacia district. We want things to be safe for our citizens here on Sloop John Island. As always, we put our citizens first. Let's tweak this a little bit. There we go. So yeah, that is going to serve as to prevent cars from running up on the sidewalk. Now up here on top, we're once again using one of these Monaco props. This is the Monaco Wall. And this is something, this is a kind of a little tough to do. These props, it's kind of hard to make to use the prop line tool elevated. So instead, I'm just copying and pasting, and we're putting this all the way around the entire arena. That way people don't fall off the side. See, again, safety in mind. Just change the elevation. There we go. We're going to have lots of entrances. So here is another one. I use procedure object to just make a big wood block looking thing. And we're going to put 5 elevators here. This will be a very handicap accessible entrance. These elevators. We got people already waiting to get up on top of the concourse. Folks, the concert doesn't start for another 3.5 hours. I mean, get a life. And then we'll connect it using another pathway here. We'll go up top like so. A little step up, a little weird elevation as all these props and everything are kind of the elevation here of the side wall of this arena, kind of messing with just about everything, but that's okay. We'll just kind of put that right here. Whoa, what am I trying to do here? Hey, while I'm thinking about it, what a better way to start 2021 by hitting that subscribe button. Katie said you should subscribe to my channel.
I didn't say that.
Oh, what, you don't want me to be successful or something? So yeah, there's a invisible pathway going into these elevators, and it takes you right up top. So that way, at least it appears like these elevators are somewhat functioning. So that works. I'll just move that back, up and over. And yeah, let's pull that one out just a tad. So what we're going to do too is we're going to copy and paste these elevators to make it appear like they do actually connect. They don't exactly line up from a vertical standpoint. So what we'll do is we're just going to take them and we'll stack them on top of each other. But first, we're going to add some decals to this sidewalk. The generic pathways never look all that great on city skylines. They're a little rigidy, never straight. So we're just going to add some decals, and we'll just kind of copy and paste. There we go. And they are really excited about this arena opening, aren't they? Line up some juniper trees right along here, like that. Just go up this little hillside. This little pathway here is also another exit or entrance for the arena. Got to have lots of exits and entrances. Alright, so as I was saying just a moment ago, we're going to just kind of take these elevators and put them up on top of the rail and then just kind of stack them up so it appears like there is elevator shafts. And then on the inside of this building, you can get off at the first floor, second floor, third floor, or up on the concourse of the arena. So we'll just move these in like so. And there we go. Just move that over just a tad like that. And we'll do the same thing to this elevator. Lots of little issues here or there, like this little roof sticking out, this little yellow roof. I have no idea what it's connected to. Try to use procedure objects, but it was not connected to that building, so I'm not sure where it came from. It was not a prop, nothing. So we're just going to fix it by putting a little kiosk underneath it. And we'll get rid of these bushes and just be done with it. There we go. Those are the PPG benches there. That's why people are actually sitting on them. They act as buildings, but they do allow for the Sims to have a comfortable sit down right next to the side of the arena here. This prop vegetation we're just using to cover up that hole that's sticking out from that window that's kind of poking out. So far so good. Now these little animated signs that we're using, we're going to continue to use these around the stadium. They also work as a good gap filler, as the doors do not exactly align vertically with the procedure objects building that we use there. So we're just going to use those wherever we can to kind of fill a bit of a gap and give it more of a live look to this arena. We'll change the message on each one of these so it's something different. So access to gate 1 and 2 can be found through this entrance. Blah blah blah. Box open. Office opens at 6 p.m. Yeah. There you go. And we also made these little signs here, you can see, which I am copying and pasting. I can't grab it. I'm just going to use move it. So these little signs have like gate information. Like for example, these windows here, this area is part of the Barclays suites of the arena. So, and then we just change the gate numbers. So gate 2 and 3, 1 and 2 are on this side. Just take the little Barclays sign from the other one. Put it right there. Nice little detail there. And let's put a little curve underneath here like that. I might change that. I don't know. So I went back and forth on what I was going to call this arena, and I finally landed on Coca-Cola Center. Why? Well, because there isn't one in America. There's a Pepsi Center, I believe, in Denver, Colorado. And then also I had signs for like City, Barclays, of course. Lots of different options, but I went with the Coca-Cola Center. And then I'll kind of tie into a little bit down the road when we were creating some more of downtown. I have this really cool Coca-Cola bottling plant that I'm going to use in a later build. So Coca-Cola is, of course, a huge brand here in America based out of Atlanta. It is probably one of the largest companies in the world, I would think. Definitely the biggest soft drink company in the world. I'll have to double check that information before you get out there and say that I spread false info on my YouTube channel. We don't want that. So this will be the Coca-Cola Center. Per Katie, I asked her if it should be the Coca-Cola Center or the Coca-Cola Arena, and she said Coca-Cola Center. So we're just kind of using procedure objects to make some cool signs here for the Coca-Cola Center. This color scheme and font will be the color scheme and font that we use for the main gate numbers and things like that. So that should kind of make everything match up, and purposely kind of gave it a weird double font there with the black in the background. So that'll kind of give it a unique look. Now here we have kind of a official street sign for the arena. These are some Coca-Cola LED billboards that are really cool. They have like a spot at the bottom for scrolling text. You can actually take these and put them into your editor on City Skylines and put the text, but I am using the prop that we used for the scrolling text over the doors. I'm just going to reuse them here. So this kind of sticks out, and then we're going to put this on here. Of course, that's way too big, so we will lower it, shrink it, I should say, and then we'll kind of change that text. As you can see, it's a little bit different from the other text along the side of the building there. So check out the largest Coke store in the world, bigger than the one in Atlanta. Well, it's kind of hard to believe. The Coke store is very cool, by the way, in Atlanta. They have Coke products from all over the world that taste terrible. Some of them taste absolutely terrible, but they are it's a really cool place. Lots of cool stuff. A lot of people decorate their houses with like Coca-Cola memorabilia, and I'm not really that kind of guy, but if you're that kind of guy or gal, go for it. But the largest Coke store in the world right here on Sloop John Island. Now here I am using the new 60-second animated billboards by Stringer Bell. These are tremendous, and what's great about them is since they're props, you can use procedure objects and they continue to work. Now they don't look as good when I'm using this, when I'm playing the way that I'm doing this with the video and all. They look a little choppy. That's because I got it kind of slowed down. But they do look fantastic on the side of this building, and the building itself has these big black squares, which I imagine are probably like scoreboards or monitors of some sort. I really should have done my research on this arena prior to building this. That's what a good YouTube channel would do, but not me. Here's the gates I was referring to. So we're using that same style with kind of the slanted roof to the actual gate numbers as well. And we're putting the gate numbers all the way around the arena. This is gate 2, and then gate 1 is going to be over here, right about right around here. We're making them all the same height. So as you walk right across the street, you go right into, you see right ahead of you, gate 1. And maybe on the next episode, as we continue this arena district, we might actually add the gate information across the street. Now here I am taking the main Coca-Cola Center sign and kind of putting it down below. So that way there's one right over this glass window area. Not actual doors there, but just kind of like a lobby to the arena. Just kind of adjust that a little bit. What we're doing here is making just kind of like a welcome sign to the arena, since this is the main entrance. And there we go. That's the one we were looking for. Having all these procedural objects together kind of makes things a little tricky. Sloop John Island welcomes you to the Coca-Cola Center. Now, so we'll kind of scoot that over just a tad. Whoops. Let me try that again. Oh, yeah, not that. There we go. Nice and centered for the center. Cool. And then let's just take this that's up on top and move it on down to the corner. Also added some curbs there with some palm trees for good measure. So we're done. Well, that about does it for this episode of Cities with John. Or does it? No, it does not, because I recorded a lot more than this, but I just did not have the room to put it on one episode. I'd like to keep these episodes somewhat short. I know that's laughable. So we will have a part 2 of Downtown episode 25. Not sure if I'm going to call it Downtown episode 26 or what exactly I'm going to call it, but yes, the arena will continue. Not so much about the arena itself, but more so of the immediate area around the arena. So, not so much the district, which it might lead into the district. Who knows? I'm so confused. I just recorded too much. I was having way too much fun with this arena. I think it turned out awesome. So, no cinematics today. We'll save them for the next time, and we'll see you then. I'm This Old Gamer. Bye-bye.